Hey guys, welcome back to WatchGauge. Today is pretty cool because I'm introducing a new line of products to WatchGauge.com, but this time it's not going to be a watch. Back about 2 years ago, I met a guy who actually became a good friend of mine named Jeremy Piper. Jeremy is the founder and the lead creative and the owner of a company called Eagle Pens. And he creates a line of pens called Chronos. They are watch-related pens, which I really think is a great addition to WatchGauge.com. And back when I first met Jeremy, I actually purchased one of his pens for myself because I had an Omega Speedmaster on. I purchased an Omega Speedmaster pen. So this is my personal pen that I purchased from Jeremy about 2 years ago. And honest to goodness, this pen goes with me everywhere. Anytime I go on a business meeting or go to a watch event or anything like that, and every time people, particularly when we do a watch event or go to a watch related meeting, people flip out about this pen. So for quite a while I've been saying to them, we have to figure out an arrangement here and we have to do business together with WatchGauge and Eagle Pens. So today is the official announcement. Eagle Pens is now on WatchGauge. One thing to note is that every single pen is completely unique. They are one of a kind. The reason being is that every single watch part that's in this pen is individually hand placed by a jeweler. So let me quickly explain the process in which Jeremy creates his pens. First, he starts with carbon fiber barrels, and then a jeweler actually gets all of these watch parts and bends them so they're at a very particular curvature. In addition to that, Jeremy sources original watch dials. These are not replica dials, they're not knockoffs. These are authentic watch dials made by the actual brands themselves. So Jeremy sources these dials. The same jeweler will meticulously and precisely bend that dial to the correct curvature, and then the jeweler will adhere all of these watch parts and the dials to the carbon fiber barrels and then encases them in a clear resin. Then naturally they're all hand polished and hand finished. All of this is done right here in the United States. You have to imagine when these dials are being bent, it puts a lot of stress on dials, particularly dials that have luminescence or have applied numerals or markers. It's a very difficult and precise process in which they do this, and not every dial survives the process. So as we get started with Eagle Pens here on WatchGauge, there are a handful of pens that we have with dials from major manufacturers, such as the Blancpain Le Mans Perpetual Calendar and the Blancpain Le Mans Automatic. We've got a Franck Muller Conquistador, as well as my personal favorite, the Franck Muller Crazy Hours, as well as a couple of different Breitling pens and one from Audemars Piguet. We also have a collection of pens that are colorful with non-branded dials on them. They're original vintage dials from watches from long ago. We will also be adding them to our website very shortly. In addition to that, Jeremy also has a handful of other dials that he has sourced, and he is creating these pens as we speak. So we will be adding to the collection on WatchGauge as time goes on. So I'm super stoked to finally be carrying the Chronos Pens by the Eagle Pen Company. As I mentioned before, I've been carrying one for about 2 years now. Legitimately my favorite pen that I've ever had. And as a watch nut, it's super fun to break this out at any watch event or meeting and have people ooh and ah over it. So go check them out on WatchGauge.com. As always, thank you guys so much for following along, for commenting, for liking, for sharing. I have a handful of developments going on the watch side as well. The NTH subs, I'm nearing sold out on almost every model. I've got a few pieces of a few models left, and I know we're not going to be making more of those until at least after the new year. So if you've been thinking about an NTH sub, I wouldn't hesitate, because they will be gone very soon and we're not going to see them probably till late winter. So once again, thank you guys so much. Check out the Eagle Pens and we'll talk to you soon.